Buzzsprout and Transistor are two of the most popular podcast hosting options on the market. And for good reason, they're great products and pretty similar products. But which one is the right fit for you and your show? Today, we're going to find out. When picking the right podcast host, it really comes down to three core categories: features, support, and price. So we're going to walk through each of those categories for these two hosts to help you make the right choice. The first thing I want to mention about Buzzsprout is that it's extremely easy to use and it's been built to be as easy as possible. That is the core focus for them as a business, is to make any new tool they create extremely easy. If they can't make it easy to use, they won't make it. That's a recurring thing with Buzzsprout. It's all over their branding and their messaging, and it's very true. It's incredibly simple, straightforward, and easy to use. But it still comes with a ton of features. Like every podcast host, Buzzsprout allows your show to be listed across all the different directories, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. They have magic mastering, which uses AI to treat your audio to make it sound a lot better without you having to do any additional work. You just put it in, add magic mastering, and it will do the work for you. They recently launched their Buzzsprout ads platform. And so this is a platform exclusive to Buzzsprout podcasts, which allows advertisers to easily connect with podcasts so you can get paid as a podcaster for using Buzzsprout, a super powerful tool to start making some money from your show. They give you advanced stats for your podcast, like your listeners, where they are, etc., everything you'd want to know. They just launched a brand new mobile app that allows you to manage and grow your show on the go. This is their latest thing they've been working on, and it is pretty awesome. For more tools to make money, you can also sell subscriptions through Buzzsprout, and this allows you to accept payments and publish premium content. Buzzsprout also has dynamic content tools, so this allows you to change pieces of content even after it's already been posted. And the easiest example to drive this home is podcasters typically have ads in the beginning of their show or the end of their show or the middle, etc. Using dynamic content, you can adjust these at any time, even on already published episodes. This is super helpful when it comes to working with advertisers, because you can also sell ad placement across your already published content, giving you another tool to leverage your audience. They have their co-host AI feature, which automatically optimizes your episodes using AI to help it be found by the right people across all the different podcast directories. It does most of the heavy lifting to optimize your show so it shows up where you want. They offer a podcast player to put in your existing website, and they also give you a website for your show itself. Within Buzzsprout, you can manage multiple podcasts, and you can also add team members to help you manage your show or shows. So those are all the features that Buzzsprout gives you. And again, they're all extremely easy to use. And so that's a lot of great there, but we also like to include the cons or things you may want to consider when it comes to picking a podcast host. When it comes to Buzzsprout, one of the biggest cons is that you do have to pay per podcast. So when you start your plan, if you want to run more than one show, you're going to have to pay per show. If you're running one podcast, that's no problem. But if you were planning on running multiple, that will be an additional expense. Their magic mastering and co-host AI features are also additional add-ons. So if you want access to those features, it will cost you a little bit more per month. They also don't give you the option to host a private podcast, which is a feature that a lot of people like to use for, say, internal podcasts for their businesses or anything else they want to keep private to a select group of people. Not an extremely common need, but Buzzsprout doesn't offer it, so I wanted to make sure you knew that. Now on to the support when it comes to Buzzsprout. And this is another area where Buzzsprout really shines. They have award-winning real and local customer support that is incredibly responsive. I've been using Buzzsprout and recommending it for years at this point, and I've never had someone complain to me about their customer service. So you can feel really confident if you go with Buzzsprout that you're going to have a good experience. And if you ever run into any issues, you're going to have a real person to help you. They also have a massive Facebook group for other podcasters and users of Buzzsprout that you can join completely for free. It is an extremely valuable resource with a ton of fellow podcasters dropping a ton of value. And they also have a fantastic YouTube channel, newsletter, and blog to give you as much information as possible on how to grow your show and run it more effectively. When it comes to support, Buzzsprout gives you a ton. Now on to price. Buzzsprout does have a completely free plan, and so with the free plan, it'll host your content for up to 90 days. And if you don't upgrade within that time, you will lose the content that you uploaded. But 90 days is usually more than enough for people to decide if they're going to stick with this or not and decide if they want to upgrade. And their paid plans start at $12 and go up to $24 per month, depending on how much content you want to be uploading per month. Unlike a lot of other podcast hosting options that charge based on downloads for your show, Buzzsprout exclusively charges based on how much content you are uploading. The benefit to that is even as your show grows, you won't be paying more per month unless you want to post more content. So that's awesome to know that your expenses are not going to increase unless you're posting way more content. And again, just one point to mention here is that Magic Mastering and Co-Host AI are both additional add-ons. So if you do want to have that included in your monthly plan, you will have to pay extra. So who's Buzzsprout best fit for? They are best for new podcasters or podcasters that aren't tech savvy. They are obsessed with ease of use, and even though they constantly add new features, you can rest assured they will always be very easy to use. So if you're someone who doesn't love tech or learning new things involved with technology, Buzzsprout is probably the right option for you. Transistor, like every podcast host, allows your show to be found across the different directories like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all the other places where people listen to podcasts. Before we dive into features, I want to stress this about Transistor. It's very easy to use. That's one of their core focuses. So if you're not a super tech savvy person and you hear the features that you're looking for, Transistor might be the perfect fit for you. And those features are AI transcriptions for your episodes to make it as easy as possible to make it more accessible. You can have unlimited shows on one plan. So basically, if you pay for one plan, you can have as many podcasts as you want on that plan at no additional expense, unless you go over the threshold of downloads associated with your plan. I'll explain more of that later when we get to pricing. They give you analytics for your show or shows. They have dynamic ad tools so you can adjust content even after it's been posted. They give you a podcast website that is customizable with a podcast website builder. They also give you an embeddable podcast player that you could put onto an existing website to make your show or certain episodes easy to access. They offer integrations to other popular podcasting tools to help with your workflow and make it as seamless as possible. You can also add team members to help manage your shows, and they give you the option to host private podcasts as well, which a lot of businesses love for internal content that they want to keep for a few select people. The cons when it comes to Transistor is that there's not a ton of tools here. It's a fairly simple product by design, so there are other podcast hosting options that definitely give you more bells and whistles, but Transistor does what it does extremely well and comes with some really awesome features. But there are definitely other options out there with way more bells and whistles. That's not what Transistor is. They want to do what they do it really well, and make it very easy. When it comes to support on Transistor, they have very solid live and reliable customer support, and they have a growing library of content over on their YouTube channel to help you better use their tools and grow your show more effectively, as well as a blog where they publish content to help you do the same things. Pricing for Transistor is pretty straightforward. Plans start at $20 per month when you pay monthly and go all the way up to $99 per month when paid monthly. You can get a discount on any of their plans if you do decide to go for the yearly option. If you do that, it brings their cheapest plan down to $16 per month. And all their plans are based on downloads for your shows attached to your Transistor account. And so you only ever need to upgrade if you reach that threshold for downloads across your content. And honestly, the vast majority of podcasters will be able to get by on their cheapest plan for quite a bit of time. And by the time you need to upgrade, you're going to be making enough money from your show where it's not going to be a big deal. So who is Transistor best for? Transistor is perfect for non-techie podcasters or new podcasters that want to run multiple shows or have private podcasting as a priority. There are other simple podcast hosting options, but those other tools don't have the private functionality and the unlimited shows. So if those things are important for you and you're not a super techie person or don't want to deal with a ton of tools, Transistor is a fantastic tool that is constantly growing in popularity because they do what they do and they do it extremely well. So whether you go with Buzzsprout or Transistor, they're both links down below, and you can try them out completely for free by using those links. And the Buzzsprout link will also get you a free $20 Amazon gift card if you end up upgrading to a paid plan. Definitely a no-brainer. Using those links helps to support the channel at no additional cost to you, so thank you in advance for doing so. Also, definitely let me know which one you went with in the comment section down below. I love to hear what other podcasters are using and why. And since you're a podcaster looking to grow your show and make more money from it, make sure you subscribe to this channel and our free newsletter. We publish content exclusively for podcasters to help them do just that. Turn their dream show into a profitable business and grow a loyal audience. YouTube thinks you'll like this video right here. I'll see you in the next one, and happy podcasting.